This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
It was Santa versus the Grinch at the Laurel Mall. We have highlights next. Hello everyone and welcome to SSPTV News. Happy New Week. I'm Ken Kara. Remember, you can watch us in HD on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513 and anywhere, anytime with the Samsung Productions app. And we start with our headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A 23-year-old man originally from Hazleton was reported missing over the weekend. Israel Izzy Whalen, who now lives in Orwigsburg, was reported missing to the Carlisle Police Department on Saturday. He was last seen Friday afternoon walking to Red Robin in Carlisle for lunch. Family members tell us that he never returned to work at the Spirit of Halloween, where he was taking inventory. Whalen is described as 5 feet 9 inches tall, 150 pounds, with brown hair, brown eyes, and black-rimmed Buddy Holly glasses. He was wearing black pants and a black shirt with his company logo WIS International on it. He has a tattoo on his left arm and one on his right tricep of a burning bush, and a huge scar on the back of his elbow up to the top of his right arm. He has no car, no cell phone, and no winter coat. On Saturday, State Police bloodhound dogs followed his scent to a neighborhood of houses where the scent stopped. Family members tell us he may have been spotted in Orwigsburg on Sunday. A witness believes he saw Whalen on Lee Street in Orwigsburg around 1 p.m. yesterday, wearing khaki pants and a green zip-up jacket. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Israel Izzy Whalen is asked to contact Orwigsburg Police at 570-366-3101. The family is also asking Orwigsburg residents to search in their backyards in case he did return and may be in the woods. And a Rhode Island man is facing a list of charges after he led police on a chase Sunday. Hazleton Police Chief Jerry Speziale says that 21-year-old Rafael Sanchez Penales took off in a rental car after police attempted to pull him over for speeding. Police say that Penales was traveling at a high rate of speed, traveling through a stop sign, almost striking 5 pedestrians walking in the area. Police followed the vehicle with lights and sirens activated, but Penales refused to pull over. The vehicle eventually was stopped when Penales left it in gear and took off on foot. The car rolled into a police cruiser. He was taken into custody and faces a list of charges. And Saturday was Veterans Day, and once again the Laurel Mall was proud to present a special tribute to the brave men and women who served or have served our nation's military. The Most Precious Blood Choir, under the direction of mall property manager Rocco Aruzzo, performed patriotic selections, and the Fabergé Follies Dance and Tumble Studio also took part in the program. Several dignitaries addressed the crowd, including State Representative Tara Toohill, West Hazleton Mayor Frank Schmidt, and Butler Township Supervisor Dr. Frank Polidora and his son Marine Major Chris Polidora. The program was coordinated by Vietnam veteran Alex Klabia. A special thank you to all the men and women who have served and continue to serve the United States of America. Well, there was a bit of a controversy, but after all was said and done, Santa Claus officially came to town yesterday. He actually arrived at the Laurel Mall atop a Hazel Township Volunteer Fire Company truck after being escorted in by mall security and mall property manager Rocco Aruzzo. The jolly old elf was treated to a sweet performance and procession by Fabergé Follies Dance and Tumble Troupe from Hazleton. However, there was a bit of drama as the infamous Grinch tried to steal the show and Santa's throne. However, the Grinch was escorted out, and Santa, like he does each and every year, took up his annual residence in the Dunham's wing of the Laurel Mall. A huge crowd came out to see the fun and festivities, and of course to sit on Santa's lap and get a photo with jolly old Saint Nick. And remember, you can see Santa at the mall now through Christmas Eve. And just like Santa, we here at SSPTV are in the holiday spirit, and we want to give out presents. So I'm happy to announce the 13 Days of Christmas promotion presented by SSPTV, the Laurel Mall, and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Register at the Laurel Mall to win prizes from the 13 area businesses up on your screen. Santa's helpers will be handing out forms right near Santa himself. There will also be registration forms in the Standard Speaker. You can drop them off at the mall from November 13th through December 1st. We will pick one random winner each night during SSPTV News starting December 4th. The winners must pick up their prize at the participating business, so get ready to celebrate the 13 days of Christmas. Coming up next, I have our local weather forecast. And then in sports, our John Arapola. He braved the weather on Friday night, and he has a report from Hazleton area's district championship game. This is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
A free training on the administration of naloxone, more commonly known as Narcan, will be held this Wednesday from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Pathway to Recovery Counseling and Educational Services, 223 West Broad Street in Hazleton. Our Lisa Sugart has more on what Narcan training is and who should take it.
Let's start at the beginning. What is Narcan and how does it work?
So Narcan is a prescription drug that can reverse an overdose. When someone is in an opioid overdose, opioids are depressants. So they are slowing the body down. The breathing is slowed down, heart rate is slowed down, and we know, it could stop. And that's where the death occurs. So if someone is in your family using heroin, and you walk into the bedroom and there they are, unresponsive, very slow breathing, maybe pale bluish skin, and they're in an overdose, Narcan is a medicine that can reverse that. It's a stimulant and it could bring them back.
Now, I did not know. I said, well, to be trained, don't you have to have a prescription for this? You explained something to me, that this prescription is available to anyone who needs it.
Yes, there is a standing order in Pennsylvania at the pharmacies. So you could go into any pharmacy and ask for Narcan. Naloxone is actually the official name of it, and you can get a prescription. You could get that medicine. You don't need to go to your doctor for that prescription. And all you're going to do is pay your copay, whatever it is, just like a regular prescription.
So now to use this, you need to be trained to know how to use it properly. So that's where you come in. There is training available both at your facility, or you'll take it out into the community.
Yeah, so we're going to train people how to use, they are nasal inhalers, like injectors. So we will teach a person how to properly use it. We'll tell them about what are the signs of an overdose. Tell them about, their rights. There's protection for a Good Samaritan that's trying to do this. So we'll talk about all of those things during the training.
So what are the signs if someone is having an overdose?
So they're going to be, probably limp, maybe pulse or very weak pulse. Their breathing's going to be shallow, very slow, very pinpoint pupils. They might have bluish skin, be passed out or unresponsive, or maybe they are alert but they can't respond to you.
So who would be the person that you would like to see either come to the training at your facility, or you said you take it out to organizations or groups? Who should be trained to do this?
If you have a family member who is addicted to opioids, you should probably be trained in this and that have an understanding of it. I would say businesses, if you know some of your employees might be using, and it's possible that you might not know, but people in the business can be trained. Crime watch groups, anybody that has an interest, because we know this is affecting so many people, and that it is not just homeless people, and that it's people in our community. And that's so if it's in your family, you might want to get trained.
All right, well, life-saving information and training is available at Pathway to Recovery in downtown Hazleton. You can give them a call at 570-455-9902. They're also available online and on Facebook. So please, if you know someone or you're a business or you would like to be trained as a precaution to help out someone who may be in an overdose situation, Pathway to Recovery is the place to call.
Thanks, Lisa. And again, the free Narcan training session is this Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. at Pathway to Recovery in downtown Hazleton. To reserve a spot or for more information, call 570-455-9902.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Signs of the season in downtown Hazleton. Will it warm up around our area after a very cold weekend? Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 31 degrees. On Tuesday, we'll see partly sunny skies with a high near 42. At night, partly cloudy with a low of 29 degrees. Wednesday is mostly sunny with a high in the mid-40s. And then at night, we have a 30% chance of some showers after 8 p.m., mostly cloudy, low of 36. On Thursday, 30% chance of showers before 8 a.m., partly sunny, high of 45. Thursday night, partly cloudy, low of 26 degrees. Friday is mostly sunny with a high near 43. And then Friday night, 50% chance of showers after 8 p.m., mostly cloudy. We will have a low of 33 degrees.
I'm pleased again to welcome back to our studios Shannon Brennan, who is the campus director for the McCann School of Business and Technology in Pottsville. You have a special program that is underway, and many people might not be familiar with it, that it helps high school students graduate and then go right into McCann's.
Yes, one of the things we were seeing is we would have individuals want to enroll in McCann, but they didn't meet the criteria in that they either hadn't graduated from high school or they hadn't earned their GED. And so one of the things we were fortunate enough to do was to partner with Penn Foster, which is an online high school. So if someone comes to us and they want to come to McCann, but they can't, we could talk to them about the Penn Foster program. And basically the way that it works is we scan their original transcripts into Penn Foster, and Penn Foster creates an individualized learning plan in an online platform for that student based on how many credits or units he or she needs in order to get their high school diploma. And then what they'll do is they'll come to McCann. They'll sit in one of our classrooms with one of our teachers in the room, but they do their work online. And there's no price to the student, no charge to the student. And if they successfully graduate, they will graduate with a high school diploma from Penn Foster. So it's a really nice program. It started a few months ago, and we've already had some good success with it.
Who is eligible for this? Because I guess there's really no guidelines on that you just had to recently be in high school. It could be other people who maybe are out a few years.
Sure. Typically, the typical student is someone who wants to come to McCann, is interested in one of our programs, but it can be someone who's a recent high school dropout. A good example, we had a student who had some surgery his senior year and never finished. So he enrolled in the program. Took him 6 weeks to finish, and when he graduated from Penn Foster with his high school diploma, he enrolled in the HVAC program at McCann, and he's currently enrolled. So he's one example. Or we had a woman who left high school to get married and have a family, never finished. She ended up with 5 children. When her youngest went off to school, she decided it was time for her, and she enrolled in the program, graduated, and then enrolled, I believe, in criminal justice at McCann. So it really can be anyone. It's a nice program. It's an alternative for someone who doesn't want to do the GED, which is a different facet. So yeah, it's been great.
Wow, that's a very good program to know about if anyone is interested. A limited number of slots available, correct?
Yes, there are only 15 slots at any given moment. If somebody is interested, they can contact our Director of Admissions, Amelia. Our number is 570-391-3050.
All righty, a wonderful new program at McCann's School of Business and Technology. Maybe it's the perfect solution for you.
Thanks again, Lisa. From the green of McCann to the green screen on SSPTV News, your midday winning lottery numbers: pick 2, 6-1, pick 3, 508, pick 4, 0530, pick 5, 78114. The wild number for Monday is 7. There's a lot going on in sports. Ron Marchetti's here. John Eric Poli has some high school football, and we'll get all to it after this break.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
The Hazleton area high school football team locked up their first winning season in a while in 2017. Plus, they played in the District's 2/4 sub-regional championship game on Friday night, and our John Eric Poli was there.
On Friday, it just wasn't meant to be for the Hazleton area football team. The Cougars were able to make some plays early on in the game, and at the half, they only trailed by 7. But in the second half, Delaware Valley was on a roll, and outscored Hazleton area 21-0 en route to a 31-3 victory to give the Warriors the district championship. For Adrian Otero and the seniors on the team, it was their last game in a Cougars uniform, and Otero will miss all the time he spent with his team.
It's been a good journey, since day one. We're a family. I'm going to miss it here, but just go on.
Following the game, the Cougars players huddled around their head coach Mike Brennan, and Brennan had his team watch Delaware Valley celebrate.
Then I asked our guys to gaze down and look at them celebrating, because I was at the game last year where they were beaten soundly by Williamsport at Williamsport. So I feel like this is part of the process for us to improve. And, we were soundly beaten by a very sound, very well coached, very good football team tonight. And there's no shame in that. Our kids battled. Disappointing ending, but I told them I don't want this to define our season and define our progress.
Even though the 2017 season didn't end the way that the Cougars were hoping it would, they're already looking forward to the start of next season.
We have tremendous leadership in the younger classes. We could have the biggest offensive line we've had since I've been here next year. We have guys that'll be in the weight room and will work at it. They learned a lot. We had a lot of guys play a lot of football, so we'll take our few weeks off, lick our wounds, get ourselves refocused, and we'll get back in the weight room and get ready for 2018.
Next season, the Big HA is expected to have a good team as they will return several players, including quarterback Sparky Wolk and big-time playmaker Damian Horton. But before Hazleton area starts looking at next season, they should definitely enjoy what they accomplished this season. Not only did the Cougars play for a district championship, but they also finished the season with a winning record for the first time since 2009, putting the Hazleton area program one step closer to being right where they want to be. Reporting for SSPTV Sports, I'm John Eric Pauli.
Thank you so much, John. And for the second straight match in the PIAA Single A state playoffs, the Marion Phillies swept an opponent in 3 sets. So Marion will play in the girls volleyball state semifinals tomorrow at Big Spring High School in Newville against Bishop Carroll. If they win there, it's off to Johnstown for the state championship game on Saturday. Jasmine Mooney had 18 kills in the victory. The Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Penguins beat Providence at home on Saturday in overtime and then went to Hershey and scored 5 goals against their rivals in a win. The Penguins still have some games in hand and they still lead the AHL Atlantic Division. The Penguins are at Binghamton on Friday and then they come home next Wednesday to play the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Ron Marchetti is here today. I don't know if he lost a bet or he's just much more of a sport than I am. He's wearing a Miami hoodie and here he is with today's edition of Trivia Treats.
It's Monday the 13th, and this is Trivia Treats. Hi, everybody. Does anyone remember this name? Charlie Helicopter Hentz? I don't think so. He was quite famous for a short while for something he did on this day, 47 years ago in 1970. In his only pro season, Charlie Helicopter Hentz of the ABA's Pittsburgh Condors broke 2 backboards in 1 game, standing 6'5" and 210 pounds. Helicopter was a monstrous sleeper with no sense of timing. Playing against the Carolina Cougars at Dorton Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina, Hentz shattered a backboard on a dunk late in the first half. The game was delayed for an hour while officials installed a replacement, a wooden backboard found somewhere in storage. With 67 seconds remaining in that game, Charlie the Helicopter broke the second backboard. Mother of God! Officials then called the game, declaring Carolina the winner. The Cougars beat the Condors. That happened in 1970. 43 years later, in 1974, this past weekend, Michigan State stunned #1 Ohio State, a 4-touchdown favorite, 16-13 at Spartan Stadium in East Lansing. The Buckeyes massacred the Spartans on this past Saturday, 48-3 in Columbus. Exactly 25 years ago tomorrow, Notre Dame slipped past Penn State 17-16 in the Snow Bowl at Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend. With just 20 seconds remaining, the Irish scored on a 4th down Rick Meyer to Jerome Bettis pass to make it 16-15. With overtime in college football still 4 years in the future, Notre Dame went for 2-1 on a pass to running back Reggie Brooks, who made a diving catch to make the final score 17-16. I was at that game and took that shot with my throwaway camera. Finally, On this day in 1961, Stanford upset Southern Cal 27-20 at the Coliseum in LA. Stanford's Bob Mathias ran 96 yards with the kickoff return for a score in the fourth quarter. Mathias won the gold medal in the decathlon in the 1940 Olympics in London as a 17-year-old and would win the gold again in that event in the 1952 Olympic Games in Helsinki, Finland. He would also serve in the United States House of Representatives 1955 through 1967. We talk of Jim Thorpe as being the greatest athlete of all time, but Bob Mathias has to be somewhere on that list, winning the decathlon in the 1948 Olympic Games at age 17 and then again in 1952 at age 21. Be a good sport. CFI. Till then, be a good sport and stay loose.
Here's tonight's social news. We start with the talk of the town. MMI Preparatory School in Freeland is having a fall visitation night on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Come learn more about the school and see if it's a fit for your child. Register by calling the phone number on your screen or going to mmiprep.org. Guests are asked to arrive by 5:45 p.m. And that's tonight's talk of the town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of the following. James Bradford of Freeland. A funeral will take place Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. at the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home in Hazleton. Friends may call from 6 to 9 p.m. on Monday. Jean Marie Stanford Kuiper of Hazleton. The funeral will be Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. at the Harmon Funeral Home in Drums. A mass of Christian burial will be held at 10 a.m. at St. John Bosco Church in Cunningham. Friends may call at the funeral home from 6 to 8 p.m. on Tuesday. Donald C. Klingerman of Nuremberg. Arrangements will be announced by the Harmon Funeral Home in Rock Glen. Bernadine P. Gundy of Hazleton. Mass of Christian burial will take place Tuesday at 10 a.m. at Holy Rosary Church in Hazleton. Friends may call at 9 a.m. Tuesday at the church. The Hillary J. Bonton Funeral Home in Hazleton is assisting the family. Heinz Peter Pullman of Nuremberg. A service will take place at 10 a.m. on Tuesday at Sacred Heart St. Joseph's Parish in Weston. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home in Hazleton is handling the arrangements. Laura Josephine Shaliga of Fallcroft. Services are private. Funeral Service Incorporated is assisting the family. Anna E. Dominic of Hazleton. A liturgy and Christian burial will take place on Tuesday at 10 a.m. at St. John's Byzantine Catholic Church. Friends may call from 9 a.m. until the time of the service. The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home is handling the arrangements. Eugene P. Curvey of Hazel Township. The funeral is at 10 a.m. on Tuesday at the Harmon Funeral Home in Drums. Friends may call from 9 a.m. until the service. And Sally Bogash, formerly of West Hazleton. The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home will announce arrangements. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name now on SSPTV News, you have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner is Barbara Gasper of McAdoo. Call us now, 570-455-7267, extension 104. We are down in the basement today getting all the Christmas decorations here out at SSPTV. Remember to take part in the 13 days of Christmas. Register to win some great prizes from local businesses. You just need to get that registration form near Santa at the mall. Drop it in the box. You'll also see it in the standard speaker as well. We'll be promoting it throughout the month. Keep watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.